Welcome back to IIP video tutorials. In this section we're going to cover the redemption calculator and how that works for you as a tool. The areas that you'll actually see when you go on to the tool is it's bond redemption calculator, but it can be used as a platform redemption as well. So in an ideal world, what you'll be doing is actually getting an up-to-date valuation for your individual client and getting the redemption calculations together as well from the provider. Once we have that information, we can, or you can place it into the calculator, but for argument's sake we're just going to do as a sample one. We have the planned value, so I'm just going to do, for ease of purpose, 100,000 into there, and then annual growth. The comparison will actually do a like for like between the bond and the platform. So let's say the bond, let's say for argument's sake we've got growth at 7% to like for like. So you'll see on this example 100,000, 7% growth is 107,000. So bond fees on an annual basis, you'll be placing those for the period. So let's look at, for argument's sake, I'm just going to put in 1.3%. It'd be down to you to obviously discover or find out what the bond fees are. And how long they've got left to actually pay them at that level. The bonds are actually usually over a period of time, and you would actually reduce it or increase it depending on actually the period that is left. We've just done it as a standardised 8 years for this example. So post fees, I'm just going to place in here as well. Let's go down to 0.5 on there. Internal fees, again this will be for you to actually look into. You can actually get that from a printout from the client's charges, the full charges that is, and also from the bond provider fact sheets that they should be providing with all the actual internal charges. But let's say, for instance, with this one, we have ongoing fees, internal fees, renewals and everything else at 1.5. Cure-ops fees, then the bond may be sat inside a cure-ops or a SIP. Again, you'd be placing it there, and let's say, for argument's sake, we're going to actually leave it as 0 because it's not inside a cure-ops. So when we've got what we've got is actually the total fees actually in this column here, and this will run out. I've done this over a 30-year period, and then actually what the balance is. So it'll take out the fees at the end of the year, and that creates a balance that will actually start again over here, and then we actually go through the whole system again. What we're doing here is actually going into the platform. Maximum fees for clean investing into the platform outside a bond is 1.7. That includes all advisor fees. That's the maximum that can be taken. So we'll just place that in there. And then, so again, what it's doing on the right-hand column here is creating the difference between the two. So we've actually got the bond, the platform, and actually it's just showing that there actually is a benefit, or it's for the client on a yearly basis. Now, there may be a deficit depending on the figures that you actually put into here, but this is just a calculator and a guide that you can actually use. If we scroll down, we go into the redemption area because it's carried the actual results forward from the previous panel, and then it's actually brought the totals across. Now, if you've got a redemption charge, now let's say the redemption charge is roughly around 5%, so again we'll put in 5,000 in there. So it'll actually give a like for like. So what we're doing with the platform is actually saying, okay, we're reducing the initial invested now to 95. So again, we've got the yearly growth that we anticipate to actually do at 7%, and the fees that will be applied. And it looks with this example that the client currently will be worse off for a matter of 4 years on this example. So that's if there's a redemption charge. There may not be a redemption charge, there may be actually at the end of the bond, but again, we'll see, or it's down to you to see. Okay, but we know that there's obviously fees that are available within the platform. You can actually decide to actually do a sacrifice as far as your fees are concerned. And let's say, for instance, we decide to actually reduce that to 2,500, which would be 2.5% of the total invested, obviously as a sacrifice. You as advisors will actually know how much your fees are and how much you will receive, and it'll be down to you to actually put in that percentage into the redemption area just here and actually recalculate. But for this example, we're just doing it at 2.5. So it actually shows that the client is actually again at a deficit for just over a year. After that, the client has the ability to save in comparison between the two. So it's actually up on year 3 and continues to be up in comparison to the bond itself from from year 3 onwards. Again, you may be able to reduce that even more. You may be able to actually make it 0, but again, that's really down to you. And that's the tool, pretty much about it. It's relatively simple, straightforward, and easy to use. But if there is any questions, obviously ask any of the Gravitas or IIP team, and they'll be more than happy to assist you with it. You can actually save as a PDF, you can print it for your use. But yeah, there it is. Thanks for watching again, and I hope this has been of useful to you all, and hope to see you again soon. Cheers now, bye.